is Derrek. My next 30 years, high seas. My next 30 years, high seas, Derrek.
I've always dreamed of sailing. The summer of 2017, I made that dream a reality. I bought a sun-faded red 1978 Eagle 540 18-foot sailboat. I was going to sail the seas of Chelan. What do you do when you buy a sailboat and you don't know how to sail? Well, you coerce 3 of your best buddies to come join you on the maiden voyage. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, let me tell you about that adventure. Before we knew it, we were at 25 Mile State Park at the boat ramp, putting that Eagle 540 into the water. Next to us, there was a man in an aluminum weld, 250 horsepower, climate-controlled cabin, deck to the hills, recreational boat. Dan the Doubter looked at us and said, "You're going to sail that? Does it even float?" Sure it does. And we're about to have an adventure. From that point on, we were determined to prove him wrong. We were on the placid, calm waters of Chelan. Let me tell you about Chelan. Chelan is the 3rd deepest lake in the United States. Beautiful glacier-fed waters, carved through this ravine, Bob Ross trees dotting the hillside. Yes, we were having an adventure. It was about dinner time. Placid water. Why not? I crack open my open flame stove right there on the boat, start cooking ourselves some dinner. Just then the wind picked up. That calm water of Chelan was now the frothy water of Chelan. Our sails flapping, our lines jittering. It took everything. Just as I finished dinner, we got those sails trimmed, those lines back in order. We gained our dinner back. Just in time. I'm glad that sail didn't go up in flames. Just then, Dan the Doubter shows up in his boat. "You're doing it! You're really doing it!" Sure enough, we were doing it. We were sailing the waters of Chelan. We gained his approval. But it didn't stop there. The wind kept howling. The waves kept lapping. The calm waters of Chelan, the frothy water of Chelan, were now the white-capped waters of Chelan. Those Bob Ross trees seemed like they were demons dotted on the hillside, dancing around a boiling cauldron, ready to swallow us up. Luke was at the helm, both hands, white knuckles, doing everything he could to keep the boat on course. He had his sailor hat cinched down against his chin, that spray coming up over the boat every 3rd wave. At that time I said, "Luke, how do you feel?" He gave the one word, perfect expression, "Elated!" Dan the Doubter appeared again out of nowhere, steered his boat purposely towards us. Was he going to give us another accolade that we were really doing it? No, he goes to the stern of his boat, pulls up a brown, furry carcass, yells, "I shot a bear!" We were shocked and surprised and admired. Wow. We didn't know what response to give, but in unison, we did the most primal, the guttural response. All 4 of us could in unison, "Arr!" Yes, we didn't communicate anything by words, but yet much was communicated. He gained our approval and respect, and we had gained his. If you ask me what it's like to sail the calm, blue, crystal waters of Chelan, the frothy waters of Chelan, the white-capped, boiling cauldron waters of Chelan, I could give you a one-word response: elated! Or, arr!